Greetings. Welcome to Ross Reports. Headline of the time. Nice cool day out here in Sandy, Florida. And we're going to get into some more developments on ISIS this morning. Of course, there was a new beheading, so-called beheading. This man, Kasig, he was a 26-year-old United States citizen. Apparently, he went to work for the Army, and in 2007, he had an honorable discharge due to, I believe it was some health conditions. Shortly thereafter, he went to Syria to help the Syrian people. You know, being over in that environment, he converted to Islam and changed his name. And then he was threatened, just like some of the other people that were beheaded were. They were going to be the next one in line. And he did. He ended up becoming the next one in line. So let's put this into some kind of a perspective and try to make some kind of sense out of it. Okay, you've got a young man, clean cut as can be, in all his pictures. It says that he converted to Islam and changed his name to Abdul Rahman. Well, based on his pictures and his appearance, one would never know that he converted to Islam. You know, one can say that, hey, you know, there's different forms of Islam. Not everybody, you know, has that outward appearance with the head covering or a beard. But yet, if you move to another environment and you decide to take on their culture and their ideologies, I would think that at least initially you would adopt their ways of appearance as well. I would think, you know, seeing that nobody else around him that was so-called Islamic seemed to be clean cut, but for some reason this man was. The other point I would make is that it appears that he would have converted under duress, just like many of the other prisoners the hostages have. Like the girls in Nigeria, the 300 girls that converted to Islam. Well, of course, I would never accept that, because you can only convert to something within your heart. Just like you can only be something within your heart. You can't walk around and tell people you're a Christian or follow the Christ, but then go do evil mischievousness at night. Because, you know, what it is it's like a manifestation of your soul. You know, your soul has to develop and purify. Sure, your soul can be cleansed overnight, but only if it's of the master. It's not a decision that man can make for himself. But anyway, so we say, well, it seems that he would have converted under duress, just as some of the others did. So if he had converted under duress, why would we be using his name that he changed his name to Abdul Rahman instead of his real name? What kind of a process did he had to go through in Syria to change his name? Is there government agencies that are functioning right now? Is there a social security department there? Is there a place where you can go get your license? I highly doubt that. But anyway, I wonder, did he have to go through all that? And if he didn't, is his name really Abdul Rahman? And if it is not, then why would you use it on a so-called article that speaks about his death? Is that not defamation? Is that not defaming the man's name? So, you know, in order to believe this, you really have to believe ISIS. Because who else is telling them this information but ISIS? Is ISIS not the one that's delivering the message that we beheaded this man? Who else knows it? They're the ones that put the video out. So in order for you to believe that this man got beheaded, you have to believe ISIS. And why would we believe ISIS? The last point I want to make about this is, if you look at the pictures of this man in Syria giving out food and all this kind of thing, why is he so happy? Why does he look so happy? You know, if I guarantee you, anybody that's in Syria right now, amidst all that devastation, is not going to be happy.